Well, I'm Michael Bunce. I'm an electro-instrumental improviser.
And then playing at Club Moo, what's it like? What was it like tonight?
It's great, actually. It's really good. I mean, there were a range of instruments there. I thought that was what worked best, actually, because you've got baritone saxophone, tenor sax, your drums, bass, harp, and that gives you quite a range of different sounds that you can take. Well, I've got a laptop running a program called Lisa, which stands for live sampling. It's a program which allows you to drop sounds in on the fly, basically, and it works in the opposite way to a traditional sampler, where you kind of set up zones based on sounds. And in this, you've kind of got zones that you drop sounds into live, basically, and then once you've got them, you can start to manipulate them. And I've got a MIDI controller with 16 different faders, all set up to control those sounds and do something slightly different to each one. That looks a bit kind of bland, and it's a bit kind of linear in the way that it all works, but it's all kind of quite interesting. Some of the faders control volume, others control the pitch of the sound, and there's quite a massive range that you can go from really low pitches up to very high. Others change the playback direction. Quite a lot of them are to do with more sort of tape-based or tape-style editing, such as they used to do with tape splicing, or reversing the tape, or playing it back at different speeds. So they're quite simple operations, but what I'm trying to do with it is to turn it into something that's a bit more like a conventional instrument or an acoustic instrument, where the sort of nuances of how you play it and the skill in what you do, the gestures that you put in, come out more than the processes so much. So I have nothing when I start, absolutely nothing. It's just whoever plays, whatever they play. I'm using them as source material, but also, particularly when you're improvising in a duet, it's very much about what they do and then how you can transform that. Lisa's a very, inexpensive program developed by Stein, Studio for Electro-Instrumental Music in Amsterdam. And they do other software that's kind of all about live performance, and so you need to buy that. It's about $200. An audio interface as well to get sound in and out. You then need some sort of MIDI controller. I mean, you can use the laptop with the mouse if you want to, but it's obviously, it's quite basic in terms of what you can control. So having a MIDI controller like the one I've got gives you many more parameters. I can trigger with buttons, I can manipulate with the faders. But there are really interesting ways of controlling it. People have things like movement-based MIDI controllers, or MIDI controllers designed on sort of pressure or heat. You can really kind of start to create quite interesting instruments with it.
Mike, it's a bit of a boring instrument to play, and
the laptop on
look at the way you're dressed.
What are you saying?
What have you not thought about jazzing yourself up a bit?
Well, no, not really. You know me. I mean, look. That's about as jazzy as it gets. A bit of colour, red zip.